As the old adage goes, Argentina is a nation of Italians who speak Spanish but think they are British. Generally recognised as the whitest country in Latin America, it has even been said that Argentina is more racially European than immigrant-saturated Europe. In the last 3 years there has been a significant change to this. Today the busy streets of Buenos Aires have become noticeably more multicoloured. Dubbed Little Dakar, the neighbourhood of Oncé in the city's midtown bears testament to the large number of Senegalese immigrants, increasingly visible on its European-esque plaza. This vibrant corner of the country's capital best flaunts the leading protagonists in Argentina's new immigration landscape.
Mi nombre es Abdullah Hatfal y yo soy de Senegal y estoy acá en Argentina hace más de 2 años. Y yo soy venido de Senegal por buscar algo mejor, digamos. Tengo mi familia, mis hermanos, mi mamá y cosas y que necesito para ayudar.
Escaping war, poverty or political persecution in their homelands, it's estimated that immigrants from over 29 African countries are now living in Argentina. The UN's Refugee Agency's regional office based in Buenos Aires assists the government in working to protect the rights of refugees and asylum seekers. Carolina Podesta from the UNHCR explains that requests from African nations for refuge are a spiralling trend.
In the last 2 years we duplicated basically the number we were just having 2 years ago, and we think it's a combination maybe of different phenomena. In one hand you have the restrictions, the migratory restrictions that some countries are applying. We have cases that are quite obvious, particularly in the European Union.
Before coming, most know little about Argentina beyond the names of football players like Maradona, Carlos Tevez and Lionel Messi. The majority don't even speak Spanish. Along with the UNHCR, the Catholic Commission for Migration and MIRAR, the Migrant and Refugee Foundation, are tasked with providing basic support. Only in rare cases does this prove to be any form of monetary aid, but language courses, cultural exchange programs and job support facilities are available. Most will tell you though this assistance quickly ebbs away. Escaping political persecution in his home country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Celestine Ngumbi moved to Argentina just under 15 years ago. His experiences here have led him to believe that despite the government's welcoming migration policy, the open arms stop short of giving any form of helping hand once settled in the country. Well used to a fight, today Celestine chairs the Institute for Equality, Diversity and Integration and has no problem taking the government to task.
They let you enter. If you can manage to survive, that's okay. If you cannot, that's your problem. It's where the difference is, because going to the European Union and getting residency or not, there are a kind of financial cost for the government. Also, I would say that the issue of racism, racial discrimination and xenophobia. And when I'm talking about all these issues, almost everyone is involved in this, starting from the politician, people working for the government and the common citizen, everyone. The CEO is a black man, they don't give you any chance to live.
Most of the African asylum seekers in Argentina come through Brazil. It has a reciprocate migration policy with Senegal, making it easy for the West Africans to get a visa. With thoughts of a promised land south of the border, most of them pay travel agents who promise legal Argentine papers, only to discover on arrival in Brazil the documents don't exist, and they end up illegally crossing the border. Immunity only comes when asylum is officially granted, an uncertain process that can take months or years. In the meantime, asylum seekers are given the precarious residency permit. Almost every African street vendor has an anecdote of police officers who don't recognise the aptly named document and demand bribes of cash or merchandise. They also become the ideal target for human trafficking networks.
De esta migración en particular que hablábamos de ciudadanos senegaleses que ingresaron ilegalmente a la Argentina, el problema está que para radicarse en la Argentina uno tiene que haber ingresado legalmente. De todos modos, por razones humanitarias estamos analizando algunas alternativas, porque además tenemos esta sospecha que les decía de que este grupo ha sido víctima de del tráfico por parte de algunas bandas inescrupulosas y demás. Así que hay vocación de resolver su situación.
Another of the major challenges is the limited possibility of finding sustained work. With domestic figures of up to 25% unemployment, coupled with ambiguous residency status and language difficulties, the dream lives most travelled in search of are a bridge too far. While discrimination and xenophobia do exist, for now at least, the new waves of African immigrants are generally greeted with an amiable curiosity. Nonetheless, for Abdul and others like him without proper documentation, his precarious status bars him from signing leases. So, like the majority, he ekes out a living on the streets, and home is a cheap hotel room that he shares with 2 other Senegalese immigrants. Already having mastered Spanish, he says he just wants a bit of help from the government to fully integrate.
Lo que le pido es si nos puede ayudar a mejorar nuestras vidas acá, conseguir buen trabajo, conseguir papeles, porque el trabajo para conseguirlo hay que tener papeles para poder conseguir un buen trabajo. Y los que quieren estudiar, que le ayudan a estudiar, a seguir estudiando, y eso, los que quieren trabajar también, que le ayudan a conseguir trabajo. Yo sé que no es fácil acá de conseguir trabajo, pero bueno, y lo que hay.
Abdul remains committed to his new life in Argentina. He does manage to send some money back to his family, and is sure many more Africans will follow suit in moving to the developing world. While the culture of his old and new homes may be worlds apart, for him at least, one thing rings true in both. Hakuna Matata, mañana mañana. With a little patience, the hope springs eternal for what tomorrow might bring.